Right, you guys, make sure you like this video and subscribe to Mike's, okay? Make sure. If you don't subscribe to Mike, you're gonna have a fat forehead and a big hairline.
Boom, I'm with the guy Max inside. Subscribe to him, make sure you do still. Best content coming out. You know how it is.
Hello, welcome back to another video, people. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Make sure you're smashing the likes and subscribing if you are new. And yeah, back again, complaining, as I always do on this channel. Always do on this channel. I feel like we barely get any days where I get to like talk about this club and basically I'm happy or whatever. I can't remember the last time I was actually happy about this club. I guess the Walker Peters and Doof signings I was happy, but like not as happy as I should be. Or not as happy as I wanted to be is probably the right phrase in itself, because even though we did sign Jiff and Walker Peters, people, this wasn't the start of West Ham moving mad or anything like that. Because first of all, the Walker Peters signing happened, okay, just over a week ago now. So cool, whatever. And the Jiff signing happened just over 2 weeks ago now, or just under 2 weeks or whatever. We basically signed them quite near each other. That's cool. That is cool. But fullback isn't a priority, and it never has been. Even though I've literally said we need 11 players because some men are leaving. So we need to cover positions. Like Emerson, for example, we thought he was leaving. We don't know where Emerson is now. I think he's just chilling. He's not part of the squad. So it's kind of a waste having Emerson there, someone as good as him, and just chilling by his ways. And also Sufal left on a free, so we got Walker Peters on a free. That isn't just basic common knowledge business. That is common knowledge, common sense business. That is business of common sense. It's common sense. Like, trade someone out for free, get someone in for free, someone that's better for free. It's an upgrade on what we have. Cool. That is cool. But there's so many positions that need to be addressed, especially the spine of the team. So why haven't West Ham signed a goalkeeper? We've been told for the past 2, 3, 4 weeks, roughly, for the past few weeks, that West Ham are looking to move to sign a goalkeeper. We were told that the Suzuki deal wasn't possible because he wanted to move next year rather than this year. He wants to stay one more year at Parma. Yeah, we're back interested for him. It's like when a girl says no and you're like, come on, what about one date? One date. Like, that's forceful, bro. That's some young Philly stuff. We're not trying to do that over here. Hermansen, that's meant to be our top target. That's meant to be our top target. And look, our top target in goal, he's still at Leicester. Someone like Hermansen shouldn't still be at Leicester right now. He shouldn't be. And especially when you're watching that Areola performance back against Manchester United as well, him constantly giving the ball away and stuff. And cool, he had better distribution than Fabianski did, but that's not saying much. I think I could have better distribution than Fabianski. I know people are going to make their jokes, of course, but listen, having better distribution than Fabianski is not saying much. Also, upgrading on what we have right now is not saying much. Like, there's a lot of players that could upgrade our squad. That doesn't mean we're going to be a good team. We're going to be absolutely dog shit next season. And it's not even because of the coaching necessarily. But I do think Potter plays a part in his bad team selections if these selections carry on from last season. The 5 defender nonsense carries on. Because we literally saw last season when we went to 4 at the back under Potter that he can play on the front foot without 5 defenders. But also, it's because of the amount of bozos we have in our team. There are too many mistakes. I actually think what Potter's done well is that the fact that we're a little bit harder to beat. We know when to press and stuff, but we're harder to beat, so the structure's good. But the problem is these players don't know how to, like, not be stupid and just stay competent once in a while. Because some of the mistakes we're making is very basic. It's very basic. I feel like any defensive, again, next to Max Kilman, is a complete hoax for more mistakes. Especially when this manager keeps taking off Todibo for Mavropanos as well. So then you've got 3 defenders that make a lot of mistakes. And Kilman doesn't make that many mistakes, but at the same time, him in the middle of a back 3, isn't it? Mavropanos and again, do not get me started I want to. If you don't have a good season this season, I can't lie. I'm crushing it on the whole fan base this year. I'm gonna crush it on the whole fan base because I've had like how many mistakes do our players need to have for our fan base to stop fucking like sticking up for them? Like we're always talking about this player needs this player needs that. No, this player needs to shut the fuck up and just get on with it. Everyone trying to gas Edson Alvarez coming back. We literally just said our midfield lacks mobility and progression of passing the ball. And you want to guess about Edson Alvarez coming back. Okay. Okay. But anyways, the goalkeeper is important. Because when you're a manager that likes to play up from the back, especially like Graham Potter, you see the type of passes Areola was trying to do and all of that. And when he gave away the ball for Bruno Fernandes' second goal, and you're looking at our goalkeeper with thinking, oh, he can't pass like that. So then what? We've missed out on Petrovic. Go and get me either Hermansen or Cooper. If you can't get me that, we're in big trouble. We're in big trouble. We're in big trouble because I'm not trying to sign no keeper just for them to stay on the bench for Areola as one. But also, I don't know what's happened to Areola, but like, it's like he's accepting how many mistakes he's making now. It's like he doesn't want to build his own confidence within the preseason. And that's what happens when you come up against, like, I know we were gassing Zurich a bit. Like, we were guessing how we played against Zurich, but I know Man United aren't that good. But with Premier League intensity, that's what happens when you just give away the ball like that. Because his distribution against Zurich wasn't bad. We actually played quite well against Zurich, playing up from the back and stuff. But I'm sorry, this 5 defender stuff needs to fucking stop. It needs to stop. Please just stop playing 5 defenders for the love of God, man. Just play a winger at wing back, please. If it has to be Guilherme, play him there. Play him there. I don't care. I don't care. I want to see 3 attackers. I don't want to see 3 midfielders that are not like creative. I want to like we're playing 3 midfielders and none of them are creative. Like I cannot believe what I'm watching half the time. But at the same time, I've had to part with this for 3 managers. Midfields of like 3, like what a 6 and 2 8s or 3 6s or just nonsense. What kind of defensive shit is this? I don't like defensive nonsense when it doesn't work. I don't even like attacking nonsense when it doesn't work. We don't even attack. I feel like for the past few times I've watched West Ham over the past few years, I feel like what I've really been watching is West Ham not giving their all attacking wise, and we've never been able to know our potential when we're fully going forward. And I don't think we ever will because we always hire these managers that are afraid of attacking, afraid of passing, like coaching to pass the ball quick so we can create chances. And then people wonder why other teams are doing so good because they're utilizing their attackers. We literally have Jared Bowen on the right. We could get more out of him, funny enough. I think he is the only one that's getting more out of himself. We're not getting more out of him. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. That's the truth. Like, if we played on the front foot a lot more, we'd be a much better team because we defend like shit anyway. We've lost the hard to beat thing. Like, we lost a hard like West Ham being defensive and hard to beat thing when we won the Conference League in that season. We was in a relegation battle that season. We lost being hard to beat that season. So stop this nonsense. That era of West Ham is gone. Let it go. Go and attack now. It's a different setup. We've got attackers. I hope Somerville comes back good. Hope George Earthy comes back good. We've got Guilherme, we've got Bowen. Fulcrook looks a bit more mobile. I think he needs help. I think Callum Marshall needs to play a preseason game. Got Paquetá behind. Go and attack. And when we sign, well, not when, fucking hell, I'm hoping a bit. But if we sign Fernandez, Elliot, El Kudus, whoever, play Paquetá deeper. Play Paquetá deeper. Play Paquetá and Potts. I want the ball passed forward, not fucking sideways. I'm not putting up with this anymore, where people are sticking up for any midfielder that we have that can't pass a fucking football. Alvarez, Ward-Prowse, Souček. You man could Ward-Prowse and Souček can at least do diagonal passes. That's cool. And Souček is competent because he can defend. Ward-Prowse and Alvarez. Looking back at that transfer window, it's one of the worst transfer windows ever. because we signed Kudus. Like he differs opinion, but Ward-Prowse, Alvarez, Mavropanos after that. That money to use for Declan Rice is even worse than the Gareth Bale money for that Tottenham used back in the day. That's even worse. And I feel like we're fucking ourselves again with like literally just not being able to prepare for the season. We never sign players that are we're prepared. Like 2 years ago, we didn't even have Alvarez and Ward-Prowse in for the first game of the season. They signed just after, and then their first games was against Chelsea. Last season, Wan-Bissaka didn't settle until the next week, and that's basically what cost us against Aston Villa was Soufal being useless. Like, how many times do we have to do this where we don't sign players in time? Sign a player, sign 2 players, sign 3, sign 4, sign 5. I'm sick of this ownership trying to pedal out themselves time. It's not going to work this time. Next season could be dark. Like, how could you look at this team right now? Look at the fact that we've only signed 2 signings, both fullbacks, and think of anything positive. There's nothing positive. There is nothing positive. Like, just bare basics. Pass the ball quick. Get the ball in the back of their net. Defend. Don't be a fucking idiot. Like, I'm not asking for much. Do the bare basics of football. But are this team going to do that? No. I'm going to do a video probably tomorrow talking about something more detailed that needs to be talked about when it comes to this club. But unless a news headline comes up. But anyway, smash the likes on the video. Subscribe if you're new. Check out the social medias in the description if you want to follow me on the email for the inquiries. We'll be live at 10 tonight for the summer series. And take care and peace.